My idea is actually to really help you guys getting really good at poker and to make a living out of it. I've started a community called Friendly Poker. My main goal was to actually help people to get better at poker. I've been neglecting a little bit for quite some time because I'm doing quite a lot of research, but recently I have more spare time and I really wanted to kickstart it again and to really take it very serious. On chinlive.com you can see that there is a flash program that is really fancy. There's also a video that explains you how to use it. Even a retard can follow that shit and make money in poker. If you follow everything brain dead like a zombie, you're going to move up. The reason why I'm playing on low stake is because after I actually did 1 million hands, I got really spammed by a lot of people asking me if I could give coaching, if I could give advice, if I could tell people how to play poker. I'm not the kind of person that really likes to just play poker, to just grind. I really want to build a following, to help people to get better at poker. I thought like, yeah, what if I would just be playing a little bit more on lower stake tables? I could actually help people getting better at poker, giving them the ability to play with an online poker pro. What's very important when you start playing poker is to start playing poker on play money tables. Poker is a skill game and it requires a lot of focus. When you want to get better at poker, what's very important is to have the right state of mind. You can read as much as you want about poker tips and everything. If you don't have the right state of mind, you're going to suck. It doesn't even matter what kind of tips I'm giving you right now. Like if you lose a big pot, and you get annoyed and you start to play different hands and you start to play a different game, knowledge about how to play the game is becomes very useless. What's very important is just to play your premium hands. It's very simple, like you don't have to play some advanced tactics, you don't have to be a poker hero or something. Just play your cards and you're gonna make money. I think multi-tabling is a very nice way to start. Like you should start playing play money tables, 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5 tables. Really get good at it, really know what the patterns are, like what beats what the full house is and everything. And once you start to get used to that, you can start to move to play micro table. When I talk about micro tables, I also think what's very interesting is to always start with 9 max, because I think 6 max is a harder game. It requires, like, it's more aggressive. You're gonna have to play a different way of poker. Playing poker is to just stick to your game. Don't try to do anything fancy. Just follow the rules. Don't try to do any advanced tactics. Poker is a statistical game, so you always have to look at it in the long run. I played 1 million hands in 1 month and I made more than 1,000 buy-ins. There was days where I was 30 buy-ins below EV. And what that means is you could see it as maybe losing 20 times in a row aces against kings or something like that. When you look at statistics and when you look at poker, there is always variance. It's like you rolling a dice. You could roll 10 times the dice and never roll a 6. When you play poker, it's very important to have the state of mind of not being result oriented. You shouldn't care about the result when you put your money ahead. Whether you win a hand or whether you lose a hand actually doesn't matter as long as you did the right play. I recognize it a lot that people start playing poker, are really good at it, get greedy, like move up too fast, get a bad beat and just tilt all their money away. The reason why people tumble down is not because they suck at poker. It's very important to understand that you can be one of the best poker players in the world. If you don't have the right state of mind, you can still lose your entire roll. When you're playing poker and you're really on a winning streak, you are a lot more clear-headed. You're a lot more rational about how you play. You're gonna recognize a lot of patterns. But once you start losing pot, your more primitive part of your brain is going to start to take over. It's called like the amygdala hijack. Your more rational part of the brain is just gonna be a lot less capable to make the same connection. The best poker tip I can give you is to know when to stop. And this might sound really stupid, but like I can really guarantee you, if I would go to different top poker players in the world and I would tell them when to stop, there's certain people that would be making millions more. If you want to get better at a game, and if you wanna grow, like, you just have to look at it as levels. You train yourself up. You're not gonna start to play with the big boys. If you would take poker seriously and really work on your game and really improve it and really have a really nice work ethic, after a few years you're gonna be making way more than a doctor. So like when you start playing poker, you shouldn't start playing poker with the idea of, oh, I'm gonna make more than a doctor right now, let's just try out some stuff. You should really start playing poker and see it as a course. Like just as you go to the university, you go to the university to learn a certain job. Someone is asking like, I think, can we train our mind? Your brain is a muscle that will get better at what it does. If you, for example, emo, you're gonna get better at being emo. So when you start to play poker, you should have the state of mind of playing poker with the attitude of I'm gonna learn to get better at this game. It applies to everything. If you're being creative and you keep using creativity, you're gonna get better at being creative. You tend to become better at what you do, whether it's the good stuff or the bad stuff. Try to own it up, guys, and see you guys in the games. In the game!